everyone, this is Ashley. I'm just going to look at another stack of layouts. These ones are all from July to August from 2012. So to start off, this page is about the day that we moved out of my parents' house and into our own house, which was across the street. We bought the house across the street from my parents and ended up living with them for 11 months while there was work done on our house, because we couldn't live there when the work was done because there was like no floor in like half the downstairs of the house. There was no stairs to the upstairs. It was bad and it took a really long time. So I just used lots of gold accents on this page. I like the gold foil folder corners and these little stud stickers. I wrapped a like a thick fabric brad in some gold foil and added a little craft heart sticker on top. There's gold washi tape, and I used a little bird charm and painted a wood veneer house gold and bored a little hole in it with a needle and tied it on. So something about this page I rather like. I know it's not like a great photo. You can probably see it in person much more clearly. The focus is on my parents' porch. I took it like lying down, and you can see our house in the background. And I actually have another photo that's like exactly the same, but the focus is on my house. And I'm going to scrap that at some other point. So I think when the two pages are side by side in the album, it will make a lot more sense. This one, I actually don't really like this page very much. They're just cute photos of Ruby Sky and her sunshine butt underwear diaper cover and her new walking shoes when she was just learning how to walk. And I wanted to scrap them because we all really loved this outfit and her fat little legs, and it was something we all enjoyed a lot, but I just didn't really like the way the page came together. This is one of my all-time favorite layouts. It is a picture of Addie Blue, and I just love the way it came together. I love the colors, I love the question mark, I love these wonky hand-cut speech bubbles, and this one has a little artist crayon and some matte gel on it, and I wrote some journaling. I called it the Inquisitor because she just asked questions like you sometimes feel like you're being interrogated or something like that with the way she asks questions about where do black holes come from and where's the sun and what is time, and it just never stops, which is great. But anyways, she asks a lot of questions. This is our kind of Friday night. So this is shortly after we moved into our house and the girls were on the couch all curled up with a book and a laptop and a cat, and I just wanted to reflect this sort of like, this is kind of like what we did. It wasn't anything special, but it was because it's just what we do. There's some Heidi Swapp gold lame mist that I just kind of like brushed on with the side of the nozzle, and I had out some scraps on my desk, little random pieces from something else I'd cut, and I liked the way it looked like confetti. And yeah, I really like this page. My 4 faves, it's my 3 girls and my nephew. And I made a whole bunch of little ribbon embellishments by covering brads with foil and glitter and a fabric one that I painted, and then I just cut out some little, I think these were mostly cut-off strips from pattern papers. And yeah, neon green coffee stains, always awesome. The box walker. So this is cute little Ruby Sky. I think I was unpacking and she just like crawled over and just grabbed the box and just went, just kind of like she had somewhere to go. And fortunately I had my camera right there, so I was able to grab a picture of her. And I just made all sorts of little envelopes and packages, and this page is quite thick, but I like it. Procession on a dead leg. So none of my kids have ever like crawled a proper crawl. They always do this like wounded soldier crawl, or for Ruby Sky we called it her dead leg crawl, because she always had this like one leg that she just sort of dragged behind her like it was dead. So I tried to capture this movement by taking a series of photos from above, and then I used them in small format on the page, and they're all numbered with little fair ribbons. And I actually did a process video of this page when I made it, so you can even watch that if you want. It's Ruby Sky and Summer Lily, and I used journaling with slashes in it to kind of reflect like what I see in each of them in this photo. That, you know, she's holding on to her and she's looking at her, but she's not looking back at Summer Lily and stuff like that. Looks like this button came off. A horse she called Nene. She calls all horses Nene, or she did when she was little. I think she probably calls them horses now. I don't really like this photo because I don't like the way she's holding the horse, kind of like weird, but the truth is that that's how she picked up stuff a lot of the time. So, you know, that's kind of always something I struggle with in scrapbooking, is when the photos reflect something real that you don't really like. I mean, it's not like a big deal, but to me it just looks odd, it looks weird. But that is what she did, so there we go. That's what the photo's of. These are the girls just one night at home drawing pictures on our dining room table, and I made a whole bunch of round flare-like embellishments that are covered in glitter and liquid enamel and I don't know, some sort of epoxy-like stuff and confetti and washi tape, and layered on a whole bunch of tags. I think I just gone on a basic gray shopping spree, I seem to remember, and I wanted to use some of my new stuffs. This is the fam coming home from a trip, and I use a whole bunch of confetti, and I love making fair ribbons. You've seen lots of them so far, so I like that page. Zook's Fest, Zucchini Fest, once a year, one time a year, not even every year. We make fried zucchini. We only do it once a year because, you know, fried food, I don't really like frying stuff. So yeah, there's a picture of the fried zucchini. It's one of our very favorite meals of the year. Wait till that spot in the summer when you can get fresh zucchini and fresh tomatoes and bread the zucchini and fry it and eat it with tomatoes. It's amazing. Getting hungry just thinking about it. This is probably one of my very favorite pages ever. It's called Well Read, and it was about Summer Nilly, all the books she read one summer for the book reading program at the library. I think she read 73 books. And I cut apart all these numbers out of an old book, and they're like falling out of the books like confetti, and there's clouds and this little Instagram shot of her sitting underneath our big tree in our front yard reading. I just like the way the page feels. We'll ta-ta for food. This was the day that Ruby Sky learned how to say ta-ta. That's what we say in our family for please. That goes like that. Wait, no, not like that. Yeah, this was at Summer Nilly's birthday party, and she learned how to say ta-ta so she could have cheesies. So I like this little arrangement, and these things were all from a Jenny Bolin kit, and I made the feathers to go with it. There's a feather stamp, and then I made some feathers, and the antique book plate and stuff all from that kit. And these are some old tags and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to try to finish this. I started like 2 weeks ago, and I'm hoping I can get this done. This one says, yeah, and it's a Ruby Sky who used to just sing and talk all day long, and actually she still does now. So that's when I was pretty heavy into my Heidi Swapp Gold Lame phase, and you can see I used these Pebbles chipboard speech bubbles, and I colored them with Gold Lame, and this one has gold washi tape on it, and then I added the Gold Lame spray to the background, and I dripped it, and I colored the wood veneer and the fabric feather with it, and this is a Studio Calico heart up on a pop dot. I must be hungry if I'm calling them pop tarts. This is my two biggest girls on Summer Nilly's birthday. I just took some portraits of them together, and this one has lots and lots of layering and dripping and confetti and enamel dots. Plastic buttons, fancy brads, wooden buttons, and then I spilled some gesso and dripped some gesso over top all of it, and then layered in some more misty and stuff to give it a really kind of mixed media background kind of look. This one is of Summer Nilly on her birthday, and I just took these pictures as she was opening her gifts, and afterwards when I looked at it I realized that she definitely has Paul's smile, and I had done a layout like 10 years ago of her when she was a baby smiling, called Dada's Smile, or she has Dada's Smile or something, so that's why it says still has it. I'm hoping to actually put these two layouts side by side in the albums instead of in complete chronological order. So this is again on her birthday, and just a few of her favorite things when she turned 11, and this has a misted starburst pattern in the background, and lots of little mixed media pieces with layers of washi tape on cardstock that I punched things out of, and other little punchy hearts, and some confetti and a little bit of doily and tape, and some watered down gesso, and some ink splatters and little bits of tape and some thread and stuff. So all sorts of little bits and pieces going on here. Another birthday layout. This one I used a cut file from 2 Peas in a Bucket. I think it was free on National Scrapbooking Day for the happy ticket in the background. It was just supposed to be little and I blew it up really big. And then this is a banner and a bow that I cut out of paper, and I layered some vellum on the bow to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I did lots of heat embossing on these little chipboard hearts. I did gold and then sort of gold to white ombre and then white to mint ombre kind of effect. Another birthday page. This one I used all sorts of little bits and pieces to make a banner garland at the top, and I grabbed all the mismatched little I don't know, banner pieces, and I added gold glitter and gold embossing powder to some of them, and then a few of them that fit the color scheme I just left plain, and then I layered some pre-made embellishments with some little bows that I made with my cameo. That's her birthday cake that year. Okay, another one. This is one of my favorite pages. I love this pastel mint color combo with neon pink, and this is her summarily reading a card that her little sister made for her, and inside added would written, "You are 11 now. Good luck." And we all laughed and enjoyed the card very much because it was a very sweet card, but it also sounded like something terrible was going to happen now that Summerlee had turned 11, so that was fun. Cup of coffee from Paul, something he does for me multiple times every day. It's very sweet. I think he's actually making me tea right now. So, no, he's shaking his head. Yeah, this was the Studio Calico kit. I think I bought like one kit once. It's actually a gift. I didn't buy it. It was a gift from my sister. And yeah, that's a fun page. This one of the girls in the front yard on late in the summer. Someone's doing a back bridge, and the other ones are there watching, and I called it front yard skill. They've got front yard skill because they used to do all these rolls and somersaults and stuff in the front yard. And I cut this big fluffy feather out of pattern paper. I just used my scissors and just cut into it, and then I made smaller ones out of other pattern papers and glittered a paper leaf that I had around. This is of the big girls taking baby Ruby Sky for a walk. This is one of my favorite pages. These are fabric thickers that are supposed to be misted, but I like using them plain because I just love the texture, the fabric texture. And then this sun pattern in the background was my Love Shine cut file that I made, and I misted it, and I wanted this very like spray painty graffiti kind of look, so I didn't lay the mask down flat, stencil down flat on the cardstock when I misted it, so it kind of sprayed a little, and I like that effect. And I left the bow hang off the bottom because I like those little details to hang off the page. This is Ruby Sky trying to grab my phone. I went through that stage where every time I took out a camera or a phone to take a picture of her, she'd just grab it, she'd go for it. And this is some Dear Lizzie vellum layered over top of some pattern paper because I really like that layered see-through kind of effect. It says Ruby Sky when she used to like constantly always have a pointing finger out. So there she is in her front lawn in the end of the summer. And I used some little metal book plates. I tucked little bits and pieces. This is pretty much, I think, all Jenny Bolin product on this page. This is also one of my all-time favorite pages, and used little chipboard tabs and some pins and clips and vintage book pages and a little bit of tape, all sorts of little cards and cards. So I'll read the journaling to you. It's called Point On. She points where she's going, she points where she's been, she points at her wants and what she has seen. She pointing high, pointing low, pointing where she wants to go. Points at this and points at that, points at toy and points at cat. One finger out, it points one way, she points all through her pointy day. Sometimes when she's sitting there, her pointer points at just the air. Pointing up, pointing down, pointing all around. She points where she's going, she points where she's gone. This girl has her pointer on. And fat little baby legs, who can resist them? I did this for a challenge for National Scrapbooking Day events at 2 Peas last year. I don't remember what the challenge was. anymore. But I remember doing it, and it was fun. And I took these pictures shortly after I discovered Instagram and was trying out all the different effects, and I wanted to see what they printed like. So I printed all these different effects, and then I decided just to use them all in one layout. So there are my layouts from July to August of 2012. Thanks. Bye.